Hey, does the phrase "your body, my choice" say anything to you? I wish it was a phrase from a kitty lying on your lap for an hour and a half. But no, it came from a man towards all women. And even though it's a pretty serious topic, I think we can still have some fun discussing it. I find it funny imagining a guy living with his mom and like, ha 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 ha, women. Yes, mom, I'll fold my clothes in a minute. But still, this man, living in mom's basement, managed to start a hateful wave towards women. Don't you have some sandwiches that you should be making? Good thing we know how to make sandwiches without calling our moms. I believe when a person says some nonsense to you, it's worthless to explain them why it's nonsense. Imagine someone talking in non-existent language and calling you stupid for not understanding it. Like you say hi and they go I would feel stupid answering that. The same goes with these people. Get on your knees and open your throat. Know your place. Be honest, a part of you was aroused listening to this. Many women have fantasies of being owned by men. Your body, my choice. Seems like someone else got a lot of fantasies that will forever remain just fantasies. You know, these comments are scary only as long as you don't know what kind of person writes them. When was the last time you wrote a hateful comment to someone you randomly saw living their normal life? I think you simply didn't. Because you have friends and personal life and don't need to assert yourself at the expense of others. Like, open your throat when you actually have something to say. I'm sorry, I just love this phrase. Maybe he's an opera singer, who knows. But let's hear out the legend himself.
Your body, my choice. We control your bodies. Guess what? Guys win again.
This speech made such a shocking impression on people that they actually started to question if it's legal to say such things. And I kind of get it. Imagine his mom hearing him filming this. I know I already said it 3 times, but can we talk about it again? There is a woman who loves you, who raised you, and who provides you living space, and you want to control her body? I sense some trauma in this guy, and there is even a proof of it. Nick Fuentes was so scared of women after his speech that he pushed down the stairs and pepper sprayed a 57-year-old woman who knocked on his door to talk to him. He was so happy filming this, probably because it was the first time Nick had ever talked about woman's body. But that doesn't change the fact that he'll still never touch a girl. Not only will he find a woman who would like to spend time with him, he also would be scared to talk to them. That's what proud incel movement members do. Yeah, those guys who would prefer to date a robot instead of a woman, because you don't need to plead or to threaten robots for intimacy. These men crave women's attention so much that they actually start to hate them. I found a post where a man wrote down 17 harsh reality of the dating market for men. I'll read you my favorite ones. Apart from sex, women have nothing else to offer a man. And what about sandwiches? If you don't need women, why do you care so much about them? You think we are horrible creatures and dating a woman is a torture. Fine, women won't miss out on someone who hates them. It becomes easier for you as a man to attract women the moment you become a man of value. Women don't care about losers. They wait for the winner at the finish line and give him pussy in abundance whilst they ignore losers. Well, if you call yourself a loser and act like one around people, your chances of having a girlfriend start to decrease. You have to understand, antagonizing women is a justification of your own failures. I can guarantee you, if you're a nice charismatic person, if you give positive emotions to people, you won't be alone. And it doesn't matter what you look like or if you're nerdy, like it's fine. It's way easier for an extroverted guy to attract women compared to an introverted dude. Why? Because women are drawn to fun like ants to sugar. How dare women wish to have fun with their partner? How dare they? Why don't they want to be controlled and always feel sad and oppressed? Like, not every guy wants to love you. Some of us want to use you when we need to. Next 2 points need to go together. Women love men under the condition that he has something to provide. As a man, when you're controlled by lust, you become an easy prey for the manipulative tactics of women. So a woman searches for a man who has something to provide. But isn't sex incels look for something women have to provide them? Like, how's that working? I can share a big secret. Everyone searches for something in relationship, or they simply wouldn't need it. It could be a person to love, to feel safe with, to build a future with, and to have an intimacy with. How do these guys imagine the perfect world? You come to a woman you thought was attractive and say, "Woman, give me sex." And she must do that without asking any questions. Maybe the robot thing was not a bad idea. A woman is a sex object. A man is a success object. This is why men are attracted to a woman even though she has no achievements. I'm so curious what gender my baby is going to be. Well, congratulations, it's a sex object. Thank God I don't need to put any knowledge in her head. I'm so stupid that I could never raise a success object. Just Google women professors or doctors or celebrities or whatever you associate with success. And that's not the end. I saw the video which I think was supposed to be a joke, but it gave an opportunity for a lot of incels to speak out.
Men, would you rather be stuck in a desert for 60 days with nothing but a dog, or be stuck in that same desert with a woman? You let me know.
And the part we've been waiting for. Dogs won't cheat on me. Dogs are loyal. What are you gonna do with the dog? Dogs don't use me. Dogs don't yap in my ears all day. Dogs don't get mad at you for doing a mistake. Dogs are making your day really happy and fun. You know, I'm always here for a joke. I just don't get how we got to this point. You guys just need to relax. Maybe get yourself an emotional support dog and live your best life. If that means you don't want to date women, that's okay. There are guys who want and think that women are normal human beings. Everyone has to choose on their own. Or only I think that every person is different and have different values in life.
A woman's ideal man is better than her at everything.
But will he be better at having boobs? Maybe. Then can a man be better at being worse than a dog? I doubt that.
Now, do I mean literally everything? Yes. Ideally, a woman can sleep soundly at night and breathe easy during the day, knowing that her man is bigger, stronger, smarter, wiser, more connected, harder working, more courageous, and more of anything that you could imagine than her. And this is biological.
Why is it always about bigger and stronger? What age are we living in that we need a physical protection? And from who? From other women? No, from other men. And that's what you said, not me. When men are gonna stop guessing what women want instead of just asking them. There's no such thing as walking around and finding someone who's smarter than you. Yeah, I wouldn't like to build a relationship with a person who doesn't understand me or has different values in life. But that's why you don't date the first person you meet. There's a thing. I can live with the thought that my partner is better than me at some aspects. Can he live with the same thoughts? And of course, the more toxic the opinion of the creator is, the more toxic are his subscribers. Have you tried asking women? I'm pretty sure he did, cause these comments are full of women agreeing with him, lol. They all saying they want a superior man. Y'all did this to us. So we all chose Nick Fuentes to control our bodies. These men get so upset when women choose to meet a bear in the forest rather than men. And the main argument they have is, not all men are maniacs. And that's a great thought, but then why all women are the same? Are we some different species? I'm curious, what do you as a feminist think of fellow women here supporting patriarchy? Do you now see why men made it in the first place? We've already seen many examples why men support patriarchy and how it benefits them. And believe me, it has zero relations with keeping women safe. It's more like making sure I don't lose my power. But let's not judge the whole world by one comment section, or it would be a scary place.
Men don't need women, women need men. Men could survive without women. If all the women disappeared tomorrow, men would be fine outside of reproduction. If tomorrow they made artificial wombs, what would they need a woman for?
And if tomorrow we made artificial sperm, would we need men? Or what if we made artificial sperm and wombs? Would we need humans? And what if we made some life simulator? Would we need to live? This is so absurd. I can name you millions of men who wouldn't like to live in the world without women. Because they love their wives, mothers, and daughters. I'm sorry that the only way you can achieve being loved is by making yourself miserable. But there are other ways.
Who's a better companion, men or women? So men built the world. All the hard jobs are done by men. If men disappeared tomorrow, the society would collapse. Men built the world that we complain about.
Yeah, okay. Let's analyze this quote. Men create the world. Men do all the jobs. Name me 5 things the men I've shown you today did that made this world better. Did they build or invent something? What did they do for society? And podcasts on TikTok doesn't count.
Men can be alone, women can't. Women are social beings. We need attention. And men don't.
Aside from people believing that women are very insignificant, they also imagine men as an antisocial creature that wants to work all the time and not to be touched by another human. But since women exist, sadly they need to have friends, families, and have time to relax. Funny thing, this lady really found her audience. Protect this lady. Protect this miracle. It's incredible that Pearl is still single and unmarried. For some reason, I'm not. When you put yourself down this way and think that you're a worthless person because of your gender, it's just sad. I'd drag my balls through a mile of broken glass to hear her fart through a walkie-talkie. I'll just leave this here. There is an interesting thought I have. What is the point of these creators? No, seriously, what message are they sending? Making all men insecure and turning all women into gold diggers? They never give you any advice or solution. They only spread toxicity. But there are some people who believe that women have a role in society. Yeah, it's just really small.
Women are technically adding less value in society, so they deserve less out of it.
Yeah, like I've been trying so hard my whole life as a man, trying to achieve a whole week on No Nut November. And I think it deserves more than women raising children and basically forming our society. Obviously, I don't see the world like that. I think the value of a person is not measured by a gender, but by their character, by their intelligence and their kindness. Which means these people can't compete with that and need to find some ways to be somehow better. So they have to use a good old I'm a man argument.
The female is weaker than the male in all ways.
You know what also Aristotle said? By nature, the female has been distinguished from the slave. Also he said, among the barbarians, the female and the slave have the same status. Aristotle is like the oldest misogynist. He also said that women have fewer teeth than men for whatever reason. Philosophy was made to think about it, and it seems like sometimes we forget to think.
A woman who doesn't understand what her role is not fit to be a wife. Your role is not to challenge your husband. Your role is not to compete with your husband. Your role is not to be an agitator or a nuisance to your husband because he's doing things you don't like.
Your role is not to talk to your husband. Your role is not to breathe near your husband. Your role is not to do anything. Just pretend you do not exist. Your husband will thank you for it, if he'll remember about you.
Your role as a wife is to be a homemaker and a spiritual provisioner.
I love how they just make up some non-existent roles like spiritual provisioner. Don't compete with me, I still want to feel better near you. But so you feel just a little less unimportant, you can be a vacuum cleaner tamer. Sounds cool, right? And so you don't even have a wish to compete with men. Let's teach you this from your childhood.
Girls who are in their teens should learn housework instead of learning how to put makeup on. Because you can always learn how to wear makeup later on. But it will be extremely frustrating to learn housework and how to be a housewife later on, as that's a habit that is built up from young.
Teaching your kids how to do house chores is great, but you know what another skill will be frustrating to learn when you grow older? To respect people, to value women, to appreciate everyone equally. If every person would have learned that in their childhood, imagine how easier their life would be. Being a housewife or being a valuable member of society, either way you won't be enough. And that goes to almost every part of woman's life. People can't even agree on beauty standards. Things affluent men love about women: slim, flat belly, small chest, tall, minimum 168, kind, humble, and acts like she's not impressed with money, strong jawline, not chubby, social and easy to talk to. And another video on the same topic: what men like about women: big dump truck, pretty face, short, crazy personality, big breasts. These are two complete opposites. How's that? Well, maybe because every person has different type? Maybe because not every man expects you to be a housewife. The situation we saw today is not pretty. People have been trying to get control over their life by oppressing others. And that's why we need to remember that we are stronger. Don't let lonely and insecure people affect your life. You know who you are, and no one will take it away from you. And please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I'm a small creator and it is really important for me. Bye!